All right, we're here with Rhett Summerford, head coach at Tate High School, and coach coming into your 4th year at Tate. You've been steadily building a program. You took them over; they were down for a number of years. Last year, 7-4, made the playoffs, best record in quite a while there.
Yep.
How much momentum do you feel like you have? How do you build on that?
A lot. We're in a different place as a program now. Kind of the building stage is completed, and now it's about sustainability. And that's kind of the message to my team all summer is like, hey, we've got to where we're competing and we can win every Friday night. And now what are you going to be? Can we continue to build on that 7-win mark, which to me, 7 wins is successful. Yeah. Obviously, we want to continue to build and be able to go farther in the playoffs and stuff like that. But it always results down to your seniors a lot of times, what kind of leadership they do. What can they bring those younger guys, how high they can bring those younger guys. On a Friday night, it always kind of figures out who is the weak link on the field. It's going to come down to them. And so that's what you're trying to do is build depth and have great senior leadership. And where's this team going to go? That's kind of what the season motto has been.
A lot of times the gauge is the numbers, how many people you have coming out. And
Absolutely.
I know that was something that was an issue there, but now it's not. What are your numbers at now?
I think we're at like 140, 150. Yeah. We dressed out 140 last night. And so it's good numbers right now.
All right, so offensively, Tate Davis had been your starting quarterback. Yeah. He moves on, so who's stepping in there?
So Miles Delarosa is going to be the starter. He's 10th grader. We know how 10th graders play. There'll be times that he'll make 10th grade mistakes, but we have some senior leadership, and our thing is we've challenged our seniors to be great around him and make it easier for him so that he gets into that varsity experience and make good plays around him, and he looks great. Make him look great. We have some really good weapons to do that.
Yeah, Eli West is one of them. Yeah. I know you lost Christian Neptune, who was a great player
right.
for you, but Eli really put up really good numbers last year. What's special about him, and what do you think maybe is his next step in progression?
Well, he's a big guy. He's got a physical presence on the field. He's been a leader. That's what I've seen him kind of step up as a leader and telling guys, hey, let's do this, let's do that. And so he's always a presence. Going to make defense kind of know who he was. We had the emergence of Tanner Clark in the spring game, ran the football extremely well. That was another question about us is, hey, we lost 2 good running backs in Carson Sakari and DeMorion Clay, and we got 2 more back. We had a transfer from virtual school, believe it or not, Ethan Pittman, who has shown that he's ready to go for Friday nights. Just how good, we don't know. And then Tanner Clark had a great spring game. And so those 2 guys, we like to have 2 running backs, and those 2 guys kind of emerged as playmakers.
How about defensively? You got about half the starters. Think about 6 guys back, starting there. So what are the strengths there, and who are some of the guys that are going to be standouts?
Yeah, so secondary is all returning, so which is a positive. You can create, minimize big plays from that. Samir Muhammad is probably the leader of our defense. He's a free safety kind of type guy, but he will fit in the box. And then Jonathan Deloach is at corner. Cameron Williams is at corner. And Caden Posta is a safety. So all those guys have some experience varsity where we rely on them early. We've got a transfer named John Flynn that's on the D-line who's made big disruptions both in the spring game and during practice, just tough to block, provide pressure to the quarterback. And so we feel good about those 2 positions. We got a lot of young guys kind of in the middle, and but they've had good fall practices. We're just ready to get into going here.
All right, how about the schedule as you look at it, and especially once you get into district? I mean, I think it's another challenging schedule.
Absolutely.
So how do you look at what you're facing and the challenges, and then maybe what you're looking at district-wise?
Yeah. So early on, we got kind of on a roll last year. We really need to do that. Had a real close game with Navarre. That would be that first district game or whatever, but. That is a big game. I think we have that one circled. To me, our district is really, really tough. We have everything that you want to see football-wise. Pace, who's going to show up, and they're going to have a heavyweight fight, whether you like it or not, and you got to show up. But they also have athletes. And then Navarre is just sneaky good. They just beat you in different ways. And then Crestview, maybe the most athletic team. And so it's a widespread district. It's very tough to prepare for. And so you got to play on Friday nights. It's big for us. I think we finished 2nd or 3rd last year. We got to be in the upper echelon of our district. That's a challenge for us this year.
I know a game that's also important in the Summerford family is you're playing your brother this year, Wes, now taking over as head coach at West Florida Tech, which of course you were there before.
That's right.
So how surreal, How are you looking forward to that game?
I'm not. No. I'm so proud of Wes and what he's been able to accomplish as a head coach. You know, it's been a while since we coached together, but he's kind of went his own path as a head coach and just done some great things over at Northview. And now he wanted to go back to where we coached together, which is kind of a weird story. But now he's taking the reins, and I know he'll do a great job. I just don't need him to do a great job on September 19th. You know. But it's an awkward situation playing your brother, just because there's different emotions going on, but it's going to be fun. We always have fun with it. Probably 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, there'll be no talking. But after that time, we always reflect, and it's a good time.
All right, I'm asking all the coaches about the transfer landscape right now. It's kind of crazy. I mean, everybody going all the places, kind of mirroring what's going on in college. But how do you try to handle that? And is what's going on, is it good for the game?
You know, I think everybody's going to have mixed emotions of that. I don't like transfers. I think that I think the timing of transfers is the biggest thing. If there's a reason why a kid wants to transfer before spring practice, that way that kid gets spring, summer, and fall, I'm okay with that. You know, I think that what's happened a little bit is that there is no window. It's just all the time, and so you may lose one or gain one that really changes the landscape for a lot of different things. For us at Tate, we haven't had very many going out, and so that's been a blessing to us. Man, I felt like a lot of times at West Florida we were just cycling, and you don't get them in over there, so it's tough. You had them going out, and you can't replace that kid. But you know, at Tate, we got kind of a family atmosphere in our program right now, so we don't have a lot of kids transferring out. So we've been really fortunate, and I don't know. I don't have the greatest answer for that. Yeah. It's just part of what it is nowadays. You know what I mean? So we've adapted, and you know, I would love to see the guys go to the school they're supposed to go to, and you try to build that community. We're getting away from that. I think that's hurting our game a little bit, but overall, it's the landscape we're in, and you know, as a coach, you just got to be adaptable and kind of adapt to what's going on.
All right, good luck this season.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Steve. Appreciate it, man.
And somebody do work.